Hello, beautiful soul family. This is a reading for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. This is your reading. This is for the collective Gemini, or if you resonate with a Gemini. My words are already getting tripped up. All right, I am a fellow Gemini, so welcome, beautiful Geminis. The mind, the master of skills and tools. The magician energy. Gemini, July. We are July 2025. Where has the year gone, guys? All right. Gemini, please like, subscribe. Really helps grow the channel. All right, so I was seeing the star energy for you, Gemini. The star is Aquarius, fellow air energy. It is the authentic soul blazer, the trailblazer. All right, so the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is closing a chapter and already opening the new one. It's like you've already written the first, you've already taken that first step, and it's already rewritten in the stars. You're rewriting your history in the stars, your story. It's like aligning your story with truth, the authentic story that you hold. So you may not feel like you're in that energy yet, okay, which is just a deception, right? If you don't feel like you're in that energy, there is an illumination of that could be really, I feel like if you're not seeing exactly where you're going, you're in this dark, it's like moving within the night. The 7 of Swords is moving in the night. It's taking all your swords with you, and it's like either you felt this deceptive energy around, something like these birds are, you can see, talking behind the back. So I feel like something you may have felt like is that deceptive, that others are being deceptive. Leaving behind this feather, it's really speaks of knowledge, of some kind of shifting energy, shape-shifting, leaving behind the path, which is like leaving just some dust in the air, leaving the dust in the air, the feathers, moving fast. So it's like that it's like you have a pull towards some kind of illumination. The moon is like that mystery, that truth. It is really, it's almost like it's shining down at this energy that it's speaking to that emotional side, speaking to that inner self. All right, so I feel like there's something that is just pulling you towards seeing that truth, seeing the truth. Where you were, it's almost like you were seeing through some kind of deception. All right, so it has awoken this some kind of knowledge. It's woken. It's almost like you are being navigated, using your strategy, using your mind as you are thinking in a logical place. So I feel like you do have, whether you feel it or not, there is a strategic at play. All right, so you're no longer playing the fool's game. 9 of Swords, yeah. It's like there was something holding you back. Your mind was holding you back. And this is anxiety, sleepless nights. So this is being held back in some kind of mind games, all right? And I feel like you're breaking out of that old thought process. You're breaking out of your mind keeping you up, your mind. And again, these are 2 nights, right? So it's like you are taking that energy that was creating a stir up of nightmares, a stir up of, it was almost like terrorizing your mind, okay? And then it's like you've taken your swords, and you are no longer allowing your mind to be deceived by playing games. And it's like you are taking your chess piece, you're taking it's almost like taking your chess pieces, almost like the swords are your chess pieces, right? You're taking your thoughts, you're taking your wisdom, and you're taking your information, and it's almost like this information is becoming like a computer within you, and it's almost like there is this swiftness to detach, cutting off old ties where your mind was feeling suffocated, feeling like this, something was holding you back. And I feel like you see now it's almost like these birds are around her head, and she's almost like very, very open to receiving these, right, in a very vulnerable place. It's like attacking your mind in a vulnerable place, and it's almost allowing it to take over, where this is more like your hood's over you. You're covering up, protecting yourself, and moving with precision, not looking back. You're moving towards your illumination. You're being illuminated, and you're moving towards this illumination. Almost like you just see what ahead of you, like if you have a flashlight in your hand, you can only see so much in front of you. Leaving the squawks behind. What was terrorizing your mind was holding you back. So this is choosing to cut ties, like those feathers, almost like you're cutting ties with an old perception, taking that into context and using it towards your content of what you are moving towards. Because now it's like you are aware of what the night was restricting you, because you weren't seeing it. Her hands are over her face. You're not seeing clearly. Just like, it's like the mind kind of get wrapped up in different thoughts, and it's like it takes over. And this is you taking over. Going towards truth. The moon is truth. So this is like a cycle, a phase, cutting off an old phase where your mind was almost like controlling you. And this is like you controlling what you let into your mind. On the bottom, look at this. Wow, the death card, that's a perfect timing. It was all about a revelation. It was all about a rebirth. It's all about taking your, it's like your skills and your skills and your what you've learned, like what you have learned, and you are cutting off whatever is keeping you from this growth, cutting off the dead. It's almost like cutting off the dead ties, cutting off the ties that we're almost like they're stuck in an ending, right? Stuck in an ending of turmoil. And the illusion was that it had already ended. So it's almost like when you put your head up and you are, it's almost like, this reminds me of like the sun coming out. It's the moon, but it's almost like in the morning time, the sun, you know, it's like that rays of light, that rays of light of seeing through the dark, seeing through what was masked, what was being hidden. Is unveiling this transformation. Rebirth is all about the transformation, going from the decomposed matter and creating something new with it, right? There's no ending without a beginning. So we have the three trees here, right? That's like that mountain. It's like these peaks of the cycles, right? And the cycles all come with some kind of growth, knowledge, and it's always elevating to a new phase, even though it doesn't feel like you're elevating to a mountain. Like you may be on the top, just getting to the top of the mountain, so you feel like you've barely even, you haven't even began, because looking back, there's nothing to look back, because you are at the beginning. So it's still, that mindset actually ends up setting you free. This is like letting light come through. The light coming through, if you were to be in a tent and poke a hole, you just see a little bit of light coming through. So this feels like you're seeing that little bit of light, but there's so much more, right? There's so much more. There is still this shadow, this shade that you feel is still looming on you, okay? But it's the perception. There is a perception delay, almost like when you cannot necessarily ground yourself in this energy, okay? Because it's still fresh. It's still coming into the light. It's still coming into form. That's why it's transforming. It's still, you're on that path to just get on top of that mountain, and then you see the view. You see the journey. You see where you twisted and turned and you got set back and you fell and slipped. And it's like you couldn't see it until seeing it from a higher viewpoint, how far you've come. And it's all about the journey. The misunderstandings are actually periods of heightened senses of a deeper connection beyond. Not as always what it seems when you're in that situation, in that point, in that you can only see what's just around you, okay? Until you get past all the challenges. It's the challenges that are the opportunities, the lessons that stay with you, how to face challenges. It's like that boldness, that almost like sense of not what you have or where you've been, but it's almost like what you have taken with you. What you've taken with you, you know, it's like the things that you cannot buy. It's almost like that wisdom, you know, the King of Pentacles is very wise, is that good businessman. He understands that things that end, something new is forming. And you can see he's smiling because he has that knowledge that doesn't fear that unknown, and has been that lone wolf, been through the storms, been through those places a lot, being lost and uncertain. And that's where you find yourself when you think that you're lost, but that's your soul seeking out your potential. You do not roam where the sheep roam. You are a wolf who stands alone. But you also have this well-rounded that you want to teach and guide others. Well, if you don't have something, it's not something that you would worry about, because it all comes around. Just like abundance, it all comes around. Just like the seasons, the trees need to shed their leaves for new leaves to rebuild, regrow, stronger. And it's that wisdom of not getting wrapped up in your head over something that's coming to an end, because it's merely wrapped up in, what is ending is wrapped in the illusion of fear, of what's to come. But there's nothing to fear. The only thing to fear is your own lack of control. Trying to control situations is going to keep you a lot of setbacks and a lot of disappointments, right? And that's that mindset that you can't set your mind on one thing. The tool is sometimes things come in different ways, and can't let the loudness, time to quiet the loudness. Okay. Yeah, look at this, a lot of sword energy, 5 of Swords. So there was a need to grow outside the limitations that was around you. I feel like there's a lot of people in your life that maybe were keeping you small, it was their own reflection, their own perception of their life. It was almost like it was put onto you. So it's like, the only person you're deceiving by saying this energy is yourself, because it's like, it's a gift. It's a gift in disguise. Sure, the transformation is wrapped in disguise. It's the shedding of the old and bringing in the new. That nothing in life is a guarantee, but you are your own guarantee with the decisions that you make and the choices and your outlook. It's the not needing to control everything, but seeing the illumination, seeing the truth behind the messages of life's challenges. Stand strong. The strength, the courage, the determination, who you are, represents how you have taken on the journey, how you have represented, stood up for truth, stood up for yourself, but not allowed the ego to take over, where winning becomes a battlefield. The battlefield is when anybody loses, right? The Magician, exactly. Transforming the way you use your tools, not firing shots out of anger or frustration or for control, right? It's controlling your reactions, controlling your mind, seeing it. It's like when your mind tries to take over and tell you these thoughts of limitations, see it and kind of laugh at it. You know, like, life isn't always meant to be serious, Gemini. You know, we can get wrapped up in our minds, but your playful energy and youthful is necessary to handle the challenges and stand up for what's right, because it's not necessarily, it's the process and the way we do things, right? It's very important in aligning with not just the winning, you know, but how you choose to win, you know. We have the Serpent. All right. Enlightening. I'll take those. And the Council. I did see the Council. All right. Council is definitely higher magic. We have number 11. I'll take that too, Gems. Number 11. Okay, that Council. That's interesting. The number 11. This is the pathway to ancient. This is like the Council of, I feel like, the universe, you know, all the different, this is like the pathway to the beyond, you know. It's like what we can't see. It's like your soul family beyond. The Luminous Warrior as well. Okay, I'm gonna read all those. So you have the Serpent, 46, and Lightning. Alrighty. Yeah, so the game of life can really get you wrapped up in questioning things, trying to solve all these different problems, where it pulls you out of your own element of fire, of creation, of purpose. So I feel like the Council is reminding you of who you were before you came here. Don't get wrapped up in the Serpent energy. Don't get wrapped up in being deceived. The Serpent also can represent ancient has represented a lot of ancient cultures. Lightning is all about energy. You know, it could be like ideas, consciousness. So I feel like a conscious creation of, there's some kind of shedding of the skin. I feel like of some consciousness that is being sent to you. It's almost like a memory that shook the earth. Shook the earth at one time. All right. So I'm gonna read the lightning. 30. So 30. So it's 3 broken down. The 3 again is all that cycles. The divine 3 is the divine feminine. It is the beginning, the end, and that harmony in between. The essential flow of all 3 is for growth, necessary for growth, to shed some kind of old narrative. I really do feel like consciousness is awakening more than I think we're necessarily more. There's more people awakening than ever, and I feel like this is a higher consciousness, and I feel like it is going to bring in a different frequency, a higher vibration. So it could rattle you, it could make you feel like your nervous system. All right, so the lightning is formidable electric discharge of light. Lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by the mighty sound of thunder. The phenomenon has a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche, but there is a destructive side as well. The bolt can burn and even kill if it's too strong. All right, so the forces of the upper world are, again, with the council. It's the higher council bringing in energy, a force of energy that is charging the night sky. So the forces of the upper world are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with the new inspiration and creativity. Allow this divine gift of awakening to take root in your being and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. All right, so what is being offered? The gift of the medicine, so the teaching. Life has gifted you with a destiny that is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with all existence on earth. Now lightning has come to jolt you into accepting your destiny. Let this initiation release what is in the way of fulfilling your life purpose. Otherwise, you'll be bound to your karmic fate. This is time to be courageous and daring. And look at that with the king. Of course, be courageous and daring. Whoops, just dropped my book. Be courageous and daring, yeah. Hold your torch, stand strong. You have a way to bring life to yourself, holding a key element of your heart. You know, it's like that warrior that stands up for truth, stands up for the pack, not just stands up for oneself. Holds the torch strong. Looks fear straight in the eyes. Yeah, it's like use this time for creative purpose. Use your purpose to challenge what you are being limited to, right? And take this as a key role in your growth, your cycles. It's bring in the wisdom, don't bring in the headaches. Those aches and pains can actually bring in a spiritual growing pain. So you can grow within the aches of the world. You can grow your spiritual adventure. It's not all is here to bring you pain, but it's bringing you to your destiny. It's literally shaking you, quaking you into seeing the serpent. The serpent is number 46. 4 plus 6 is 10. So that's the wheel. Fortune, destiny, fate. The wheel is in your hands. And the count is 11, so it's 2. So that's definitely talking to your senses, your intuition. What are you feeling at this time? Is something feeling serpent? Is something feeling like snaky? So shedding of the old, shedding of the restrictions, shedding light. I feel like shedding light. It's your opportunity to shed that old skin. And it's like rejuvenating, refreshing, replenishing, renewing, reinventing. The serpent in life is the life force of Mother Earth. So the coiled serpent of this Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewals. Yeah, all right. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. So it comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. Yeah, setting yourself free. It's building your empire. Building your empire with a clean slate. Knowing what doesn't work really brings in what it ignites what does work. You know, making a fire with wet wood, you know, you're going to see that doesn't work well. So it's seeing past what has kept you, what you see, what doesn't work. So now it's like you pave the way for what does work. See the good and the bad. See past the blocks and let in this revolutionary way of thinking that you always have. You always have that place where you don't always have all the answers, but you are able to create the fire with the tools that you have been shown. So shed that old skin and remind yourself that the past wasn't the way, but you now see the past wasn't the way, but the way, a way to discover your own path, your own place, you're free to roam off the path. All right, so this is asking you to embrace your mystery, the old skin you've been attached to, and welcome the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you a fresh experience in your life. Yeah, it's like this torch really lights up everything that really lights up this whole new inspiration, whole new passion, rekindling yourself to what has been left in the ashes, actually allowed new growth to come in. It's made it stronger, soil for it to grow. Now it's like burning off the old, allowing a place that is stronger to grow. All right, so trust that the wisdom of the serpent will transform your essential energies into beautiful original manifestations. So this is an awakening. Your passion and sensuality are awakening, and this can be scary. Yeah, so I feel like that's what the illusion is, scary, right? That's the whisper. That's something in your mind telling you something. Those are keeping you from your potential. So this is wanting you to allow in trusting your spirit guides. Don't let your mind be taking over control. The medicine, when you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced, even by your own ideas. Yeah, your own ideas. Don't be seduced by your own ideas. Don't be distracted by thinking, filling your mind with old narratives, things that didn't work out. Because what didn't work out is meant to just crumble away so you can build a new foundation. All right, so the council, I'm just going to read the medicine. Number 11, this is invitation of truth. So the council are luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. So they are the ones before whom you will do your life review when you're crossed into the world of spirit. So it's like, this is, I feel like this comes at a time when they're offering some guidance. You're never alone. Turn to the council to find the guidance you seek. And listen to the voice that arises spontaneously, not the voice that's always murmuring in your ear. Turn a deaf ear to that nagging voice from your ego. Yes, that tells you that you are not up for the task before you do it. Create a spiritual feast for the council. Invite them to your altar every time you meditate or pray. Yeah, come back to that awakening your own spirit. Come back to that self-expression, that youthful place before the world got you all wrapped up. And I feel like the blessings are in the blessings that you receive when you quiet the old narrative and create a space for new inspirations, your wisdom. Take that wisdom and break into these new ideas of creation that offers new beginnings, growing stronger, growing the strength, growing the wisdom. It's almost like this is like you're creating a purpose after it's been a long journey. From the sand, you can see this. It's been a long journey. But I feel like it's not about how long the journey takes or where you have been taken. But it's the way that you move now, the way that you represent yourself, freeing yourself from the illusion of knocking others down and competition. And I feel like it's always been the battle within, not the battle on the outside. Conquer that battle. Open your heart space for others, and don't get stuck in the cycles of the negativity. There's no space in negativity, no space for others with their negativity, all right? Look to this chapter as a new beginning, as you're never meant to stay where you were. It was outdated, old, and it was just meant to show you, teach you, meant to teach you. The old was the teacher, and I feel like you are graduating that class, no longer a student, but now a teacher for others, the wolf. All right, so free the mind from the old. It was a curse. That was the curse. Once you drop, you break free. It's like you stand on your own. You're standing on your own 2 feet. Wounded, but wise. That snake in disguise, that serpent can bite you, sting you, but that skin that sheds, it was just I feel like what you thought was going to bite you was just the skin of the old, and you are the new, and you are reviving. Speak the words into your essence. Speak the words into the collective, into the consciousness. All right. Attach yourself to your mindset and detach from the old. It was all meant to distract you. And now you see that. You're aware, you're free. And you're at peace. Standing tall. Playing the game with integrity. All right, Gemini, until next time. Bye.